Hello, it's Jeanette with Amazing Paper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm back with another video tutorial, and in today's tutorial it is Simply Sweet Saturday, and we're going to be using some products from the hand penned suite. There is a stamp set and there is a coordinating die. There is some designer series paper. It comes 12 by 12, but I cut it down to, oops, sorry about that glare. I cut it down to 6 by 6 because that's how I like to store it, and it works better for me that way for using these cards. Look at how pretty this. Now, when I first saw this stamp of this designer series paper, I thought all of these designs kind of look alike, but they are all hand penned. You see that with watercolor, but they're different, and they're just different colors, different size flowers. And on the other side we have some really nice background paper. Look how pretty that is. So these are the cards that I'm going to make today. I'm going to make a card similar to this. Also, oh, I forgot, also in that suite you get some genial gems, and I think that is in the mint macaron, if I'm not mistaken, and the pale papaya. Really pretty sparkly gems. And I also wanted to show you, before I start working on the cards, that there is some coordinating products that go with this suite, and one of them is the Memories and More cardstock. Memories and More card pack, and you get some beautiful cards here. And you also get 4 sheets of stickers. Look at those stickers. Very pretty. They have sentiments all on them. Really nice. And then you get these smaller cards that are really good for journaling if you do scrapbooking or journaling. Yep, these are so pretty. And it's so easy to make a card with this, because also another coordinating product is the cards and envelopes in the hand penned. These are the envelopes. These are the cards, and they're all pool party in the front. And it's so easy to make a card with that. I just made one so quickly. All I did was take one of the cards out of the Memories and More cards pack, and I took one of the stickers. I put it on the card base here. It's blank on the inside. I can write, but look at that. Look, it is so easy. It was like less than 3 minutes to do this, and I just added some of those genial gems on here. So that's how easy it is to make a card with the Memories and More card pack and with the cards and envelopes. So let me put that part away. And this is the card that we're going to be making today, or something similar, but with a different colors combination. See, today I have chosen Highland Heather. Yeah, because in that card pack, the colors, there's so many colors that coordinate with this paper. We got Blushing Bride, Cinnamon Cider, Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, Highland Heather, Mint Macaron, Misty Moonlight, Pale Papaya, Pool Party, and of course it says Whisper White here, but we're going to be using some basic white. And so I just did a workshop about a few weeks ago. I can't even remember what day that was, but it was a few weeks ago, and I had to do a lot of prep work. So I had some leftovers, and so this video wouldn't last forever. Like I didn't want my workshop to last forever. I did a lot of prep work, and so I stamped the inside of the card. That's like this. Okay, I want to show you how I color the inside of the card like that. Okay, everything is, you could either color with your Stampin' Up markers, or you can color using the actual stamps. On here you got stamps that go and coordinate with these 2 flowers here, or these little flower arrangements. Very, very nice. So this is what I did. I stamped it, and then I scored it after I stamped it. So I gave everybody a card base. And basically, it's just 8.5 by, no, it is, yeah, 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So it's going to fold this way. So the color that I chose out of that designer series paper is this one here. like I said, I did all the prep work. This is the designer series paper that I'm going to be using on the outside. And I also did the frames. And I did some labels, but this is how it's going to stack up. Like this, and like that. And then I used the rectangle stitch dies for that. I used the largest stitch die for the purple. And then out of that, I used the 4th to the largest stitch die to cut that out, and then the 2nd to the largest to cut out the designer series paper so that it layers just like that. And then I also cut a little circle. I forget if I punched it. I think I die cut some kind of circle, but I'm not going to be using the circle today. I did use it on this card here. This is a Get Well card. But I think I might use just a strip today. We'll see. And then I also die cut from the Tasteful Labels dies. I die cut this one here. Okay, and then after I die cut it, I actually put it through an embossing folder. And I used the Pretty Flowers embossing folder. And this is what I came up with. If you can see the embossing on this. So pretty. Isn't that pretty? And so that's going to layer on top of here. And so what we need to color now is not just the inside, but we also need to color the flower that is going to be going on the outside here. And I want to try to stay within the color combination of the designer series paper. So we've got some yellow flowers and we got some pink flowers. I believe that's, let me look. I forgot already. I already forgot what colors are in here. Well, I think that, of course, we know that Highland Heather, Daffodil Delight, but this pink one, I believe, is Blushing Bride. Yep, I think we've got like two shades of Blushing Bride in there, but we'll just work with it and see what we can do. And I've got all of my stamps on blocks, and we're going to start with the inside. Now, like I said, you can use your markers if you want to, but I'm going to just go ahead and use the stamps just to make it a little quicker. So we're going to do this one in the Highland Heather. I'm going to bring some scrap paper in here so that I don't have to mess up my background here. And we're going to do some stamping off because I don't want full strength on some of these flowers. I like it better when it's stamped off. So we've got Highland Heather. Is that what we want? Highland Heather? Yep. Highland Heather. I'm going to stamp off to make it a little bit lighter. And then I will place this right here. Now you'll notice that this does not match up. And it's not intended to match up. It's intended to look like watercolor. So just go ahead and stamp it and you'll be fine. Okay, just like that. And then I also have some Daffodil Delight. I think I want to do one in Daffodil Delight. And I'll use this flower size here in the Daffodil Delight. And I want to stamp that off also. And we're just going to place it right here. Just like that. Okay. And then the smaller flower, this one here, this flower here, I think I will do in the Blushing Bride. All right, let's bring the Blushing Bride out. And I'm also going to stamp off in the Blushing Bride. Okay. And I'm going to stamp right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this top one here, stamping it off, taking that flower, stamping it. Okay, now there's some little flowers too. I'm going to do the Highland Heather. We're going to do this big flower in the Highland Heather. Okay. And then we did this other flower in the Daffodil Delight. We stamped off. Let's see, how is that going to work? I think it's like this. Yeah, right there. Okay. And like I said, there's some little flowers in there that I think I want to use some Misty Moonlight. Yeah, let's use some Misty Moonlight on here. So I'm seeing some Misty Moonlight in this paper too, the blue that's in there. So let me grab those little flowers, these two little flowers. I'm going to stamp, I'm going to add the ink, stamp off. So, okay. Yep, we're stamping off. And then we're going to stamp right here. Okay. And we'll do this one more time on this bottom part and stamp off like that. Oh, that's really looking colorful and pretty, isn't it? Okay, stamp off like that. Okay, and now for the green of the greenery on here, I want to use some mint macaron. I really shouldn't close this because I might need it for the front of the card, or the front or the envelope. We'll see. So the green, I have two different size leaves here, and we're going to go ahead and stamp that in the mint macaron. Here it is right here. I'm looking for my mint macaron. See how many colors there are in here? And I think I want to stamp off the big flowers, or the big leaves, not the flowers, the big leaves. We're going to stamp here and then stamp off, because that's still going to leave you with a lot of color. We're stamping off and stamping right there. And I know that I'm not, like, you know, real close to the line, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. I'm stamping, I think this is a leaf right here. So I stamped that right there, just in the corner there. And I'm going to grab the smaller leaf. And with the smaller ones, I think I might just go ahead and do full strength with all of them, just to get this card done on the inside. We're going to be fine. There's a lot of little green leaves in here. I'm using different lighting in a different area, so I'm sorry about any glare that you might see. That's one thing I always struggle with when I'm doing videos, is I always feel like I don't have enough light. And now sometimes when I use the light above, on my lamps above, now I think they're a little too bright. But that's okay. Okay, we've got a little flower right here. I think that's going to go, that's going to be in the Blushing Bride. Yes. Okay, and we're stamping, and we are stamping right there. Okay, oops, I forgot one leaf. Did you see that? I forgot one leaf. And that one is right here. Okay, now I think we're done with the inside. Isn't that pretty? Look at all those gorgeous colors. I absolutely love that. And now I'm going to leave it open just for a minute, just to make sure all of those colors are dried. And we'll work on the inside. I mean, we'll work on the outside. This little piece that I stamped and die cut, we're going to work on that one. And let's see what we have here. We have bigger leaves. Let's go ahead and do the leaves on here. And I am going to stamp off like I did before. Okay, there's one. Stamping off. There's one right there. Okay, and I think, yeah, I think I can use, yeah, I'll go ahead and stamp off this one here too. Okay, now there's a small leaf right there. I'll just use the small leaf, and we're going to stamp that one off too. Okay, and now for this flower here, I think I want to do that one in the, let's see, where's my flower? Here it is, right here. And make sure that it's clean, because I was using it with some Daffodil Delight earlier. I want to take the Highland Heather, I want to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp on right here. Right here. Okay, and now this one here, I'm debating whether I should make it Daffodil Delight, or, yeah, I will, Daffodil Delight. I was going to say Daffodil Delight or Blushing Bride, but I think I'm going to go with the Daffodil Delight. We're going to go ahead and stamp this off, and we are going to stamp this right here. Okay, and now for the stem, I'm just going to bring up my mint macaron Stampin' Up marker, and I'm going to just go ahead and color the stem just very, very lightly. It's going to look a little bit darker, but that's okay. And now I am done. That's all I needed to do with that marker. So now I have my flower done for the outside. So easy when you have stamps that will just go ahead and you can just go ahead and color it in. You don't have to do a whole lot of choosing markers and everything. Boom, it's done. So now I'm closing this up, but wait, I forgot about the envelope. Yes, I did provide an envelope with the card in the kit, and the envelope I stamped here. So let's go ahead and real quickly do the envelope. And I think I'm done. Yep, I am done. Yes. So, oops, and I've got a little bit of ink on the envelope, but that's okay. We'll blame it on the postman, right? Okay, so we're going to bring out the card, and I'm going to fold it and burnish it. This is actually a piece of basic white, the thick basic white. Let me bring up a bone folder. I can take that out of here. That's kind of distracting. And we're just going to start putting these pieces together, just like that. Now I'm going to take some Tombow Mono multi-purpose liquid glue, bring out my silicone craft sheet. We're going to place some glue. Make sure you place it on the back of this card. That's this side here. We're just going to glue it all, put glue all over. Make sure you get the corners good, but not too much glue, because you don't want it to ooze out. All right, now bring in our card. Make sure you got it the right way, and we are going to just make sure that it's in the center the best you can with some even border all the way around. Okay, there we go. And then the next thing that goes on here is our designer series paper, and I'm just going to use some seal adhesive for that. There we go. This is just regular seal adhesive, and I want to make sure that I am putting it in the right direction, because this is directional. Flowers are going up and down this way. So I want to make sure I have a nice even border all the way around here. Okay. And then I'm going to place this here too. I'm just going to go ahead and use some more seal adhesive. Okay. Sometimes you can help your seal out if you start out with a piece of seal already on the paper. I discovered that sometimes instead of continually pushing this thing or rolling this thing up, just start with seal already on your paper. Okay, now what I did I don't know if I showed you this, but these little petals are from the Detailed Trio Punch right here, all on the corners. So let's put that here, making sure we have a nice even border all the way around and straight. All right, and now we're going to place our embossed piece here. Isn't that pretty, this embossed piece? Okay, let's go ahead and put some seal adhesive on this. The only thing I'm popping up on this card is the actual flower that I colored. So let's make sure that we've got even border on back on both sides. Okay, before you stick it down. I'm going to try to stick it down nice and straight. Okay, and there we go. And now this is going to get popped up here, like so. Okay, we're going to use some dimensionals on here. We're going to just put, let's see, probably 3 might do it. Let's see, 1, 2, and we'll put one right here, 3. I guess we can put another one right over here, 4. And you could use your take your pick tool if you want to if you want to take these backers off of the dimensionals. I have it over here. I just haven't brought it out yet. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this like right here. Okay. I'm looking at the other card to see how I stuck it right there. And now we're going to put our sentiment down here. And so when I did my kits, when I put my kits together, I used a die, and I'll show you on the screen because I can't remember which die set I took that from. But I also took the congratulations die, and I know that this one is from that the die with the purse. I cut these out, and then we're just going to stick that there, and then we're going to put that on dimensionals. So I'm just going, well, you know what, I should use some Tombow Mono multi-purpose liquid glue. That is a mouthful. Multi-purpose liquid glue by Tombow Mono, or by Tombow. Okay, so we got that right in the center right there. This says congratulations. Okay, and we can just set this right here with some dimensionals. Can we use the big dimensionals on here? Yep, we can. I was going to bring out the little ones if we couldn't. The baby dimensionals, or the mini dimensionals rather. I'm going to put 3 dimensionals on here. And let's bring out that. Well, so much for that, right? You just kind of have to get underneath it and then peel it off, and that'll work like that. Okay, where are we putting this? So we're going to put this right here. Down here. I think I want to put this right here. Nope, I think I have to put it right down here. Yep, because of the flowers are in the way. Make up your mind. Just make up your mind. Right here. Okay. I've made up my mind now. But I do see that this label is a little bit crooked here, so I don't know if I can peel this up and make it straight. The glue was still a little bit wet, so I was able to do that. So, okay. You see that card? Isn't that pretty? Oh, I just love this card. But we're not done. We got to put some gems on here. So, what kind of gems do we want? I think I'm going to take and put some of these green gems on here. I'm going to put one green gem in the middle right there, and I'll put a couple of small ones here and there. Maybe one right here. And, let's see. How about one right over here? Okay. And of course, you can put as many gems as you want on there. And that is my card for today. Let me bring out the other cards here so that you can see them all 3 in the different color combinations right here. Aren't they pretty? I really, really love this idea of just all these beautiful layers that coordinate with the cards, the designer series paper and the cardstock. Yeah. So I know this is like a really busy card and with a lot involved, but I hope that I gave you some ideas on what you can do with your cards when you make your cards with this hand-penned suite. So all of the tools and supplies that I used on this card are going to be listed in the description of the video. You can also go to my website at www.geamazingpapercrafts.stampinup.net and do some shopping there. And I hope to be your demonstrator if you don't already have one. So once again, I'm Jeanette with Geamazing Paper Crafts, and you make it a great day.